Hey, what's going on, people? Your boy, man, Mike, coming at you guys with yet another Atlanta Falcons video. All right, Atlanta Falcons Draft 2020 is this video. This is strictly for the tight ends, man, because we know for a fact that Austin Hooper more than likely will not return to the Atlanta Falcons. He will not return to the Atlanta Falcons. So who is going to replace the great Austin Hooper? All right, great. All right, he's a legend. Austin Hooper is. So who's going to replace him? All right, um, that's the question that we all want to know. But before we get started with that, man, if you're new to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Tell your friend to come chat Falcons football with your boy, man. And let's get straight to it, man. The first one that I have, I think, for me personally, this is just strictly guys that will replace Austin Hooper, who I think will provide that much needed experience as far as a receiver is concerned. These are the guys that I feel as though they're going to will help Matt Ryan, kind of fill that void for him at the tight end position. And the first one is Adam Trautman. And I think this guy is the ideal receiver for Matt Ryan. All right, when you look at him, he goes about 6'5", 250 pounds with a 4.74 40. About the exact same athleticism for the most part with Austin Hooper. So about the same size, same speed and whatnot. So you won't lose too much there. But the only thing you have to worry about is, can he hold up in the passing game? That's the biggest issue. There's a third round grade, somewhere in the mid round grade with Adam Trautman, and I think he fits perfectly. When I look at him as a receiver, I think he fits absolutely perfectly right now. You don't want tight ends to come in. They typically don't develop as blockers early on. That's something, for the most part, a lot of guys end up learning how to be a pretty good blocker. So that aspect, you don't necessarily look for a young tight end to be an excellent blocker coming out, unless he's just Rob Gronkowski or something like that. He's absolute athletic freak. But there isn't really too many guys that are in this draft that reminds me of that Rob Gronkowski physical nature. And Adam Trautman, right now, he is exactly that. He is a receiver who I think that could come in and do not exactly what Austin Hooper does, but he can help. In time, he would develop into a terrific tight end, and he is my guy. The second guy, I don't know how the hell did you say his last name, but I'm just going to say Albert Nguakabam, or whatever the hell you say his name. He's from Zoo. Missouri, goes about 6'5", 260, and this dude has he's a matchup problem. This guy finds out how to use his size to his advantage. He's going to be a major problem. He's going to be a major concern for any NFL player, college player, NFL player. But once he finds it, man, he's going to be a major concern. So Albert, again, he goes about 6'5", 260 and runs a 4.70. So definitely has the athleticism. But the only thing at this point, again, I go back to tight ends coming out of college, typically don't come out as excellent blockers. Albert has to work on that. He doesn't always play up to his physicality, his size and whatnot. So as long as he continues to work on that, I think he will be a matchup problem for a lot of guys. And just based on that alone, Matt Ryan and him, he loves to throw the tight ends, and if he can get one of these guys that has the physical makeup to be, the next Rob Gronkowski as far as the physicality is concerned, Albert definitely has that. So I will look for the Falcons to try to at least see what he is capable of in the mid rounds. But he definitely has to work on his blocking. Jared Pinkney. Now this guy right here is a complete receiver. All right, when I look at his tape, man, his athleticism, it jumps out immediately for me. So if the Falcons are strictly All right, they're just strictly worried about receiving, coming in and being a receiver, a tight end that could come in and be that receiver that Matt Ryan needs and his offense needs to replace Austin Hooper. Jared Pinkney is that guy. I love his athleticism. He can do some things, run after the catch, and make some plays, man. So Jared Pinkney is a guy for me that you could kind of look out for in the middle rounds if he falls. He's a guy that could possibly go a little bit earlier, somewhere in the bottom half of the second round, third round. He can easily go there. So Jared Pinkney is a guy that I really like as far as a receiver is concerned. Not too worried about blocking or whatnot from young tight ends. Again, you typically don't see excellent blocking from rookies. That takes about a couple of years to kind of get acclimated for the most part to blocking the NFL way, not the college way, but the NFL way. So that's something that he will definitely have to continue to work on. But this is the last guy. Again, if you're new to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Tell your friend to come chat Falcon football with your boy. But this is my favorite right here, and I think a lot of people are going to say it's just basically you just saying this because he's a son of a legend. And honestly, I can't say that for the most part, but I will say this. When I look at what the Atlanta Falcons missed and what they need, the Falcons have missed the tight end that can make plays after catch. The Falcons need playmakers on their team. All right, we need guys who can make big plays. And when I see Thaddeus Moss, I see a guy who can get yards after the catch. He's a playmaker. He runs that seam route extremely well. He goes up for the ball. He's physical and he's fluid. This is what really excites me about Thaddeus Moss. He's extremely fluid. Now, I'm not going to mention that he's Randy Moss' son, but everyone should know that by now. But when you look at him, what he can bring to this Atlanta Falcons team, I keep going back this year with offensive players. Falcons need guys who can make plays. And when I look at Thaddeus Moss, his ability to run after the catch, this is what excites me most about him. The ability to run after the catch. He knows how to find holes in the zone. That's something that you taught from a young age, and being that his father is Randy Moss, he obviously has the advantage to a lot of the young tight ends in this draft. So Thaddeus Moss is a guy that I really like what he could bring to this Atlanta Falcons team, and he's a guy that you can kind of sit back and wait for him to truly mature as a tight end, a blocker all around, and he's physical with the block. So when it all comes down to it, man, Adam Troutman, Albert Uncle Wacko-Bomb, whatever the hell his name is, Jared Pinkney, and Thaddeus Moss. Let me know what you guys think about this list. Leave your list below. Yeah, boy, man, Mike is out, man.